function in my room, it's crooked. Well, that's off and off kilter, over standoffish. Plan is outlandish, an awful uncanny resemblance of Miss Mark, like Chris Columbus might as well have landed in Denmark. Just an all-star Chuck Taylor, I'm saying the fact I ain't get lost on the way here is amazing me. Just a crooked stick in all this goodness, and somehow the school to prison pipeline missed this. And moving minds swiftly and change an entire industry, tailor-made for greatness, cause cuz got bad blood, yeah. Y'all still looking at a tunnel rat, pen player, earthworm, battle cat, hates trend. Might learn my lesson the day after the world ends, and been wrestling with it since my wife was my girlfriend. Crooked like I take a bullet for my wife, yet I wonder what's under the skirt of the girl on my flight. These eyes of mine on the lost sight, come and get me. Homie, I'm not a leader, just a hippie with daddy issues. Shattered dreams and promises, a closed-minded hypocrite. All the while standing in the pulpit, the culprit. We are all of the above, right and wrong and indifferent, yet none of the above it naturally fit in this. Subjects and predicates subjected to my detriment, dedicated to elevate and devastate in pride. It's quite a ride, but if you look inside, bruh, some things just don't make sense. Go with it. We stay perplexed at the truth that defies logic, but who say that logic the best way to understand it? Man, that's the thinking of our colonizers. Truth is proven only through ears and eyes, and if you can't touch it, then you can't trust it. That's why they can't explain the love in my daughter's eyes, and that's that conscious rap. Oh, that's played out. You old school, you old dude, you aged out. It's not cool, them old rules, they phased out. There's new rules, them new dudes ain't like you. They say you hating when you don't toss them a retweet. I study for every test, and y'all is looking for a cheat sheet. Things I gotta tell you, love you too much to be scared of you. Misnomers and paradox, conclusion confusing like the way that I see me, an apex predator, 10 steps ahead of y'all, desperately trying to hide my insecurities. Paper mache property, trying to hide the duct tape, defending my card castle like it could stand in one gust of wind. The lust of eyes shackle me, just as I be tackling my inner demons, eating through my marriage and my parenting. What is arrogant and humble, eloquent, ridiculous, confident and nervous? The smell of cigarettes and broken dreams. Sold out the tickets for the VIPs. Bands that could have been contenders, now Venice Beach vendors. Like, dog, that could be me. I swear I never wear skinny jeans, but homie looks real dumb in size 40 Dickies. That's laughable, better be adaptable and hit the road to see how far that rabbit hole go. This is present tense, none of this, already I've been delivered mess. None of that pseudo-righteousness, I'ma let you guess the rest. Lusted little clusters, surrounded by natives. That's the picture of foolish pride in the eyes of General Custard. Hey, watch this eyes slowly close like, yeah, what do we remember the Alamo? It's confusing, American generals get statues, even for the battles that they lose. People are so perplexing, perpetuating the same hate they out protesting. And Netflix exposing the holes in our morals like, whose side were you on, Walter or Skies? You cornered now, cause every corner boy is now humanized, trying to make ends meet, just like you and I. That shifts your paradigm, bruh, that go. Change your life on sight like the skies in Morocco. What is man but rich soil, toiled in fine Hennessy? A beautiful garden that cost a pretty penny. Listen, it's freely given, but you've been warned. These halos stay balanced on the tip of our horns. We crooked.
Yo, what up, what up?
What's good, people?
We are live on Facebook as well as RadioUNT.net. We are live in the studio at The Hype. And it's your boy Crescendo. We got Deraj.
We in here. What's up?
And Kareem,
What's
as
good,
always. But we rocking out, and we wanted to drop the first single today. Is actually YB. He actually dropped Expressions this week. So let's go with Expressions. It's your boy Crescendo.
Heavyweight. Yeah. You and I.
Maybe it's me. I'm painting these pictures like the dream just failed and it came with ease. Many nights I don't sleep, that ain't real. Tell these people behind the veil, what's the truth? I try to hold my life together, I force a smile when I run with truths. Call God daily. I ain't perfect, please remind me. No, I'm hurting. I try to drown out my whole past and all those fears that I've kept. Looking all into the mirror, my biggest challenge was myself. Let it surface. I'm in now, it's going down. Found my place when I found peace. I found peace under the crown, oh yeah, yeah. I had way too much pressure, giving all to the people. Filthy rags cover my efforts, oh yeah, yeah. God, I'm living for you. Always humble your servant, bringing me lower, I'm bringing up truth. To be honest, it's hard to be open, removing the filters. I know I broke a hard time trying to express it. Even I get in the way, I just hope they get the message. No, I don't have it all. No, I don't have it all. I know I have a hard time trying to express it. Even I get in the way, I just hope they get the message. No, I don't have it all. No, I don't have it all. I was treated like an outcast. It's kinda hard to picture that memory, like trying to take a picture in a dark room without flash. Dark days, long nights, I lost so much I had nothing left. Everything seemed to walk away. It was hard just to catch a breath, keep trying. Try not to lose control, making my moves. It was me, driver's seat, full speed, I'm on the pedal, putting roses on mistakes. God bless this soul rebel, oh yeah, yeah. Let's be honest, God let you work. As I'm burying the old me, I can't help but to dig up dirt, oh yeah, yeah. So many times I forget I won, but in those times when it get hard, Lord, point me back to your son. Don't let me lean on me or anything I can do. I'm just fighting in your army, I am just one of the troops. I tried to cover my costs, I only cover my eyes. Now I see the blood on that cross. I have a hard time trying to express it. Even I get in the way, I just hope they get the message. No, I don't have it all. No, I don't have it all. I know I have a hard time trying to express it. Even I get in the way, I just hope they get the message. No, I don't have it all. No, I don't have it all.
Yo, what up? Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy Crescendo. You're listening to The Hype. We got Deraj in the studio.
The Hype.
We got K Bell.
What's good?
Got my princess Melina in the studio as well. But we rocking with you guys. I've had a crazy week. I'm actually in the process of moving, so pray for me. Some things are going on.
You got some good things going on. You want to tell her what's happening right now?
I'm getting my first house.
Dude, homeowner status.
So it's some grown boy status, some grown man stuff.
Love it, man.
So yep, what's better than paying rent? Owning your house.
Shout out to everybody
Owning
who's
your
still
house.
paying rent.
But you know, it's all love. But I'm just excited for that. Kareem actually helped us through the process in the beginning, so shout out to Kareem being a dope loan officer. I don't think that's ever been a phrase, but
we just made it one, so I appreciate that.
So, this has been a crazy week, crazy stuff going on. Justin Bieber canceled his tour.
How you feel about that?
He canceled it for Christ, though.
Yeah, give me the whole scoop on this. My wife, she sent me something on IG about that. I had no clue about it.
So the scoop is Justin Bieber has canceled the last leg of his tour, and it has been rumored that he's been spotted with the shirtless hottie pastor from Hillsong, is what they're calling him. Now, that's the news quote. That is not a Kareem quote. That is what they're calling him. So
they got to make it edgy somehow.
They
right?
got to make it edgy, right? Because if you just say he canceled it so he can find Christ, it's like, okay, we all cancel things to find Christ.
He finding Christ a different way.
Yeah, a real different way, right?
Yeah.
So that's what's going on right now. He's been spotted hanging out with the Hillsong pastor, which, I mean, I respect. It's a two-edged sword.
That's Carl Lynch, right?
Carl Lynch,
yeah.
So it's a two-way street for, like, I don't know how you feel about this, Chris, or Deraj, how you feel about this, but I feel like on one hand, like I respect that, like you're stopping everything to give it all to Christ, but then also have that piece about work ethic. So I don't know how I feel about him canceling the whole leg of the tour. I mean, because I'm one of those like John MacArthur fans. You don't need like a new situation. You don't need a new job to follow Christ. You just kind of need to follow Christ. So I don't know. What are your thoughts?
There was it was a post that John Mayer had put up. And that's what my wife had sent to me. And John had said something to the extent of basically applauding Justin for doing what he did, because normally if an artist is canceling tour dates, it probably means that they would have kept going. They would have probably done some destructive things in their, in their career or something. And he was just applauding it too, because, we just lost lead singer Limp Bizkit. Was it Limp Bizkit, right?
No. Linkin Park.
Linkin Park, my bad. Linkin Park. And so he was just like, yeah, man, because it can lead to stuff like that if we don't learn how to slow down. And because we're humans, you know what I mean? Like, I know, when it, and I get what you're saying too, because it's like it's our job too, as performers, as artists, and all that kind of stuff. But you do take days off sometimes. Your job.
Well,
you don't take the Las Vegas show off though, do you? Like hey, I'm not coming out tonight, people.
Well, I think the main thing is that because it's a lifestyle change, I think he might have used his platform to really push things for Christ, but I think people going there would have asked for refunds, and there would have been a whole PR thing.
Well, no, I don't know if y'all know, but he's been giving his testimony on stage for like the last 6 months. That's like awesome. He's literally been out there. He'll stop. He'll talk about God, and then he'll go back to that baby making music. So.
Well, maybe he felt convicted on that music that he was making.
Look, we all need baby making music. I mean, there's a place for it, right? But you gotta have a little ring on it. But all right. Speaking of baby making music.
Oh gosh, we really gonna talk about this?
We don't have to talk about it. I mean, I've got R. Kelly on my list right now for the P on You tour. So.
Oh gosh, he's crazy.
All
right. So he's got. There was a whole situation where there was. Ladies coming forward, I guess. So there's a cult. I don't even know what was going on.
So there's a cult, right? Okay, so the families of all of these, and I'm nosy, so I'm in a little bit of everything. But the family of these, a bunch of girls. I can't call them girls. I'm gonna call them women because that's what they are. They're adults. The families of a bunch of women are coming out saying that they have not heard from their daughters in like months. Because they're at R. Kelly's P on You ranch. I don't know if that's what you call it.
Yeah. I don't think I would call it that.
But
that was Kareem's touch.
That's what I'm calling it.
That's definitely not the PR touch.
But
spin on that.
The girls themselves have not come out and said anything is happening, but the families are saying this is a cult. These girls don't have access, and just all seriousness, because we don't believe in human trafficking and we stand up against that. But they're saying that these girls are being held against their will at R. Kelly's compound. And they're not allowed access to cell phones, communication, etc., which are all the earmarks of a cult. But here's the problem you run into: they're all legal, and they're choosing.
And didn't one of them come on camera saying that they like, "Hey, everything's good"?
Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, I mean, she came out in a Gucci bag. My personal opinion: a lot of these folks, they get involved with these artists knowing what's good. Like they go in knowing. You know what I mean? I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts about that?
I mean, if they're of age and consenting adults, then at some point there is that. But I don't know what the terms and conditions of all this whole ranch thing is. But
do they sign somewhere that says you can pee on me or?
No. gosh.
Sorry,
Kareem
that's
has to
my
always
last
bring
time.
it back to that.
That's my
Always got to
last
bring it
time.
back to that.
Last time.
Um,
It's all connected. You'll see why I keep saying P on you when we get to our next subject.
oh gosh. All right. So let's bring it to the next subject, bro. Let's
Are we done with it? Oh,
We're done with it.
we gotta switch
He
it
doesn't
up.
want to talk about pedo people. All right. So as much as I'm entertained by R. Kelly, speaking of someone who loves to emulate R. Kelly, I don't know if anybody's heard, but Dave Chappelle is doing Block Party #2.
Oh,
Please tell me y'all have heard
that's
about that.
Yeah.
that's my guilty pleasure, man. Dave Chappelle.
Dave
Goat.
Chappelle.
What was the first time you saw Dave Chappelle?
I had been in high school, and it's when the Chappelle Show was popping.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
when Chappelle Show was the wave. Like, I had all 3 seasons on DVD. Went to youth group and had to throw them joints away afterwards.
No, I went to youth group and went home and watched after that. Y'all want to cut about that? We're going to watch Dave Chappelle when this is over.
Right. It was that time in life. But yeah, man, he was and is hilarious, man. Like,
Yo.
Dave Chappelle always kind of has a soft spot in my heart, man.
So he's got slated right now. Chance the Rapper is coming out, obviously. Most Def is supposed to be there. What is he? Is he still going by Yasin Bey, or is he just Most Def?
I don't know. I think he's Yasin Bey,
Yeah, I think
but
he is.
like everyone knows him as Most Def. Still.
I'm gonna call him Most Def.
That's like when Snoop tried to do the Snoop line.
Snoop Lion.
Yeah, but like Yazzie, he's like, nah, it's Yasin Bey. But everyone's like, okay, Most.
Okay, Most.
Okay.
We'll call you that next time. But Most Def is going to be there. Well, really, the whole crew of Black Star is supposed to be coming out there,
Yeah,
which is going to be really, really nice.
Dave Chappelle can get like an ill roster of cat, cause like
Yeah.
I think I heard like this may or not be true. Like Lauryn Hill is coming through or something like that.
Oh.
Lauren Hill
man.
is supposed to be there.
Yeah.
The only one person I'm waiting on. See, I'm not paying my money for any of these people because I can watch them on TV or listen to them on Spotify, or Apple Music. Props to Apple.
Little plug.
But little plug there. But
They sponsoring y'all. Like,
so if Kanye gets on the roster, I will be there. Because y'all remember that legendary Block Party, the original one?
Yeah.
Where Kanye had the backpack on, man, and then like after you saw the Block Party, like everybody and their mama was walking around with a backpack on.
Everyone's like, I'm a backpack rapper, yo. I'm
Looking like a
backpack.
bunch of 4th graders.
They're like, yo, I want to sample tracks. I want to be going through the wire. I don't know. But the scene's been flipped up.
where are they having that? Where is it going to be in
New York.
They had
New
York
York.
New
Yeah,
last
I
year,
think
right?
I might have to get a ticket.
I'm trying to get tickets now. If I'm not mistaken, tickets go on sale this week coming up, and it's only in New York. If I'm not mistaken, it's in Bed-Stuy again. So I think that'll be a great cultural piece to go to, just for the art, man. I think he's got some of the greatest artists on that roster right now. So, and no trap music, that makes me smile.
Got him.
Pretty girls love trap.
So we're gonna get into a little break here. We're gonna play some more music for y'all. We got For the City by Gabe Clone, and of course we got to throw on some Watching by Deraj.
Oh, that's me. Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah.
He's like, oh wait,
I like,
that's
yeah,
my
go ahead,
song.
play that one. I like that one.
All right, so we're gonna play some music and we get back to y'all. Y'all listening to The Hype with your boy Crescendo.
Welcome to the city where the people play. If you ain't riding with the team, then get up out the way. Where we coming, you already know the sound. So just follow me when I follow him if you're really trying to get down. 'Cause we on the winning side. It's really ride or die. Come join us for the ride. Yo, I've been around the city for a long while now. We about to be the talk of the town. I'ma turn you upside down at the letter N. Ooh boy, they should've never let us in. Cause now we here up in the building. They already called the cops twice. Bunch of bums. You just saltier than last wife. Yo, these streets are filled with people that seek to kill everybody in their mama cause they got a record deal. Man, I'll eat you alive and I paid the bill and that's word. Listen, I live for the cause and homie, I'm down for the riot. Either you with us or you getting dragged out the city cause now we get flying united. This is the city of music. There's power inside of your lyrics and all this depends how you trying to use them. You gotta not try not to lose them. It's confusing. How you be donating money to urban communities just to promote the killing and slinging that you and simplifying all of your music. Two clips and a click clap loud. off way too aggressively. But if you're making this music around my family, it's kinda like you trying to step to me. Homie, that wouldn't be smart. This is a fight disguised as art. I'm ready to paint. You already got enough of these reasons why, man. Welcome to your tape. Yeah. Yo, this lifestyle's what I breathe for. Drop bombs what I see for. And you sound like jean shorts. We got a team, but we need more. We bring change, and that's a pretty penny. My mission clear now, vision clear. That's 4 times. 2020. I may be independent, but I'm so dependent on my father. If we weren't guaranteed the victory from the beginning, then why would I bother? Switch to this, we about to change the game. Damon Wayne, we bring major pain. You gon' remember the city, but now will never ever be the same. You got it.
Welcome to the city where the people play. If you ain't riding with the team, then get up out the way. Where we coming, you already know the sound. So just follow me while I follow him if you really trying to get down. 'Cause we on the winning side. It's really ride or die. Come join us for the ride.
God got me, we about to blow. Yeah, do it for the love, I don't do it for show. Way, way up, I can't come down. With my city on my back, I ain't holding back. I don't care if you're watching. I don't care if you're watching. I don't care if you're watching. You're sleeping on me, I ain't bothering. Yeah, I'm in the pocket. I don't care if you're watching.
Rapping like I never get another chance to do it. I've been rapping since a kid. Better act just like you know it. They be rapping for the views, I be rapping for the view. I ain't talking about the 6, I be on the move. I'm just rapping for a few. I don't need a bigger crew, homie, clear the room. All my people coming through. Me and just a couple dudes giving all my energy. I've been rapping like it's 10 to me, yeah. Entertainment with my enemies. Feel like Neo with the Trinity, yeah. Keep it 1 century, man, it's cool, they ain't feeling me. But you never getting rid of me. At your door like it's delivery. Hoping that you take it literally, huh?
God got me, we about to blow. Yeah, do it for the love, I don't do it for show. Way, way up, I can't come down. With my city on my back, I ain't holding back. I don't care if you're watching. I don't care if you're watching. I don't care if you're watching. You're sleeping on me, I ain't bothering. Yeah, I'm in the pocket. I don't care if you're watching.
I don't know if they've been feeling me. I don't know what's gotten into me. I've been straight wigging off top like Donald Trump versus Hillary. I've been snapping on these tracks like a black chick with an attitude, doing spoken word on a Tuesday with a stank face. That's a number 2, bro. What you wanna do? I'm giving all bars. Why you acting like you all hard? You gotta be kidding me. And you lying, brother, bro. You all scar. I've been rolling with some all stars. Down the ride like OnStar. Transform like an all-spark. Can't move like the car park. Well, anyway. I don't be acting brand new, man. I've been this way. I swear I don't do this for none of your Benjamins. Sometimes I'm rapping on tracks for the minute. And get on your favorite rappers like 10 of them. I swear there's nobody like me like Synonym. Hey, they say they verses on 10, well that's tentative. Swear they all can get served like it's Wimbledon, huh? Lately I've been feeling underrated. I've been waiting for somebody else to say it. I'm a Christian, but I still feel like I've been needing validation. This is way bigger than me trying to make it on the rap stage or the front page. I've been thinking about some high places, conversations in the constellations.
God got me, we about to blow. Yeah, do it for the love, I don't do it for show. Way, way up, I can't come down. With my city on my back, I ain't holding back. I don't care if you're watching. I don't care if you're watching. I don't care if you're watching. You're sleeping on me, I ain't bothering. Yeah, I'm in the pocket. I don't care if you're watching.
Back up in this bro, I'm happy for you. I'ma let you finish, keep the cameras rolling. Thought I closed it. This is how lit your kids. I got no chain on my wrist. Yeah, never get credit, but it was his. Yeah, the one above us, don't forget it. No, I ain't gotta be rich. Yeah, I could living like this. Yeah, be my family, put some bread.
No limit, I push it, yeah. I do cause he looking, yeah. Gang, they got notice me, but I'm out the stool with the cookie. Could be Ricky out of here, but I'm overlooked. What's important is he knew me. I'm under the one to redeem me, so let them all overlook me. Everybody wanna be acknowledged now. I'm just trying to catch a breakthrough. I ain't gotta be the one to get famous, bro. I'm just trying to be faithful. Yeah, they hating cause they hateful. If you love God, they gon' hate you. Better pick a side, but while you doing this, believe we doing what they can't do. God got me, we about to blow. Yeah, do it for the love, I don't do it for show. Way up, I can't come down. With my city on my back, I ain't holding back. I don't care if you're watching. I don't care if you're watching. I don't care if you're watching. You're sleeping on me, I ain't bothered. Yeah, I'm in the pocket. I don't care if you're watching.
Yo, we are back on the hype. And of course, we always got topics to keep you moving forward and get you laughing a little bit on your Friday evening. But of course, this is probably going to be an ongoing topic like we always do here.
All right.
I figured I'd bring it up because I think it's going to be pretty hilarious to hear everyone's responses. But best rapper alive. Best rapper alive.
Deraj.
Oh, snap.
Up in yourself, I respect it.
Oh, snap.
We'll see on that beat.
Bars.
We'll see on that beat.
Right, I know, right? No. Best rapper alive. I feel like you need like categories.
And that's another thing I wanted to get into. Is like, how do you categorize the best rapper?
Because you got, if we just talking just straight bar for bar, no fillers. If we talking about influence over their career, you know what I mean? Like, are we talking about the whole package? Like, where are we going?
I think you
with
need
it?
3 categories.
Okay.
I think you need category 1, best lyricist of all time. That's the first thing.
Lyricist.
All right.
Okay.
Lyricist alive. Let me say that.
Best lyricist.
Best lyricist alive. Your second category is going to be best overall, like hip hop artist or rapper, meaning content, beat, composition, everything that you got on the track. All right, like the person who can make a song come alive and make you want to move.
Okay.
And then I think your third category is most relevant.
Ooh.
Most relevant.
Most relevant. So you got to give us 3.
Oh no, we want 3.
You got to give us 3.
I got 3.
We got to be fair. So 3 to be fair.
So best lyricist, the first that came to mind was Eminem, but
don't say but, man. Don't say
no. Let him continue. This is an ongoing.
So all right. So that was my gut response. I may challenge that once I get home.
Eminem is always
your gut is
kind
always
of a
right.
gut response though.
It is always.
He's got to be.
Nobody has bars like Eminem. I'm not talking about lyrical content. I'm not talking about song arrangement. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about straight up lyrics. Eminem, and I will say, you're probably going to disagree with me, but I will say best lyricist of all time is Eminem, period. Ooh. Nobody steps up. Name me one.
All right, Deraj is shaking
one.
his face like he got one.
No, I don't. I was just listening. But Eminem was a gut for best lyricist. What was the other category?
Second category is best overall.
Best overall.
So
we're just talking
like
about just
musically, not influence. Musically,
like his beats, his music, his influence on the culture.
Well, influence is the third category though.
Oh, influence.
So overall influence, because I think we know who number 3 is, but number 2 is best overall song.
Because I tell you.
And what's the other category we got? We got relevance, right?
Relevance is your last category.
Yeah.
I would probably give this one maybe to Kendrick.
Okay.
And then I think I would give the relevance one to Drake.
Ooh.
What?
Let him explain.
Please tell me why.
Let him explain. I'm gonna let y'all.
Who else is more relevant than Drake right now?
Ooh. No, but that is the extremely well put point.
He's right.
That, bro.
I need you to tell me why number 2.
That one dance joint got like 1 billion streams on Spotify.
Yes, he's the first billion streamed artist. But is that pop though?
Why number 2? I'm gonna just go back to that Kendrick. Why number 2?
Kendrick.
I think I've always been really impressed with Kendrick's package. And I feel like I've seen him float in a lot of lanes as far as a very conscious, he can be commercial, I think, if he wanted to. And he's had some commercial, I don't say some, he's had commercial success. His live, his performance game is on point. I love his production selection. I love the team that he has around him that helps kind of orchestrate his sound. What he does lyrically, like he's such a flexible artist when it comes to just being on the mic. His schemes, like his experimentation on stuff. Like I don't know that anybody is as experimental and has had the same type of success that Kendrick does. I think like a Drake, I don't see him being as I guess you could say like artistic in a sense. Like he'll try a bunch of different things and they work. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Drake, you kind of know what you get kind of with Drake a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's very commercial edge, but I feel like Kendrick had some commercial edge stuff, but also had some stuff where it's just like To Pimp a Butterfly was like what? You know what I mean? Like it within what current music is doing, it just didn't fit the mold. But then he dropped stuff like Be Humble, you know what I mean? Which is like when it first came on, it's just like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? It was completely different. So I don't know, he switches gears really well. So that's what I would say. I don't know. Y'all can tear it apart.
I don't know about that.
Give me your thoughts though. What do you?
Give me your three.
Well, we got your three. You got the first one. You said Eminem.
Eminem, best lyricist of all time. I'm gonna have to go with. So I'm gonna take one of your people in your category, right? And I'm gonna flip them over because a couple of people deserve this spot, but for the sake of the show and because you're our guest, I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you on this one. I'm gonna say that Kendrick is actually probably the most relevant.
I would say I would put that in
that's where I would put Kendrick.
Okay, why you say that?
I would say Kendrick is the most relevant because, first of all, starting with Good Kid, Mad City, who gets on their first album like Good Kid, Mad City? When you listen to the content of that music, when you watch purely fan base, you had white kids, you had Spanish kids, you had black kids, you had old heads, you got new hip hop lovers. Everybody can get a piece of Kendrick. That's why I would have to say most relevant. When Kendrick opens his mouth to speak outside of music, people listen.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So that's why I'm going to have to put him over there. The second person I put in that subcategory, I'm just going to put Jay-Z there. Jay-Z is not my favorite artist of all time, but I'm going to have to say Jay-Z is very relevant to the music scene, to the culture, to the business scene. He's got all three kind of bundled up in one. So I'm going to give him a lot of relevance. Now, when you come back to that middle category with composition and stuff like that, I would say Drake is a fair. He makes top 5 for me. I don't care for Drake. I don't care for his new stuff. Original Drake, when he came out and he was honest and he was producing music, October's Finest or October's Very Own, whatever that original segment mixtape that he put out was, I really appreciated that because I felt like I saw who he was as an artist and I saw his dynamics. Now it's the same thing. How you gonna have a middle class suburbanite rapping about the trap game? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So like music has to make sense to me, and Drake is like
how are we
a paradigm.
How are we defining relevance again?
So I'm defining relevance as overall what he's touched, how many people he's touched, influence on the music, influence on the culture. Nobody wants to rap like Drake. You want to rap like Kendrick.
That's true.
I don't know. Everybody wants to.
I want to sing like Drake.
Everybody raps,
but I don't want to rap like Drake.
Well,
I want to rap like
Drake
Kendrick.
raps like everybody though.
And that's the thing. We don't know who Drake is anymore.
Because Drake has all these ghostwriters, and then he just like takes their songs.
Okay, so we're bringing that into the.
He does have a ghostwriter. Let's just be honest
about best
about
rappers.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's where that kind of comes in because he kind of like scopes out songs and then raps like those songs.
And I'm okay with that.
Like when he's with Migos, he got that flow.
Versace, Lumihero, that.
And when he was with Wayne starting out, he kind of did the whole Wayne thing for a little bit. You know what I mean? But I think if you bring it back, like what was it? The second was like composition.
Just composition overall.
Now, if I said composition, maybe just because I'm a really big fan, but I would say Kanye. Because the reason I say Kanye, is because one, he's got the production.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard a song that I was like, I don't like this beat that you're using. No, he's like usually on point when it comes to production. He's got his bars. It's funny bars. It's serious bars. And then on top
conscious.
of that,
don't forget the first 3 albums.
Conscious. So he has a way of making himself relevant. Like when Kanye does something, it's Kanye just dropped this album. We
Yeah,
all
there
stopped
is-
everything.
Love him or hate him, the world stops.
We stopped and we're
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, what is this? What is this life of Pablo? You're like confused. What is going on right now?
It took me 20 listens to like Pablo. Like, real
Yo,
talk.
I still can't get into Yeezy, but the production is still good.
Yeah, you can't get into Yeezy, man.
Well,
I'm done with you.
Yeah, Yeezus was probably like
Yeezus.
out of his whole catalog. That's probably the least listened to on mine. Because Kanye is probably like probably is my favorite artist out of everybody. But Yeezus probably was one of the ones where I was just like, that joint had to really grow on me, and it took some time. But he's always ahead of the curve, and I love his ambition. You know
Blood
what
on
I
the
mean?
Leaves, Black Skinhead. I mean,
Those are hot.
I
Those
mean,
are
my
dope.
goodness, like
yeah,
really.
those beats were phenomenal.
It wasn't even the beat; it was the straight up content. When he took that old, was that Billie Holiday that sang "Blood on the Leaves"? I'm pretty sure it was Lady. Yeah, Billie Holiday, I believe is who that. No,
Dude.
I can't remember now.
man.
But anyway, he took that sample, and I mean, you know, black bodies hanging on the trees, like that content. And remember, that was around the time Trayvon Martin, all that crazy stuff was happening. It was on. I don't know. It was on time, is what
Yeah.
I thought.
So, and then I would go with the last category. I'd probably do Kendrick as well, because Kendrick stays relevant as well with everything. Like, if you ask a 15-year-old who's the best rapper alive, they're gonna tell you Kendrick.
Yeah.
And that's why I say he's most relevant, because they don't even remember Eminem right now. They don't know who he is.
That's real.
So right now, I would say most relevant, most influence is Kendrick.
And if you have not heard that Mask Off remix with
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
with Kendrick on it on the.
Oh my gosh. The
I
Mask Off,
hate that
didn't-
song.
I don't even like the song.
I fast forward to Kendrick every time, and
But
I'm like, Future,
honestly,
why did you let this
John-
dude on your track? That's
John-
like Eminem on the track with Jay-Z for Renegade. Like, why did you allow this?
Yeah,
He made
yeah,
you look
exactly.
foolish.
Future and Kendrick on that Mask Off remix, that was Renegade all over again. Shout out to John and Nowadays for tuning in. Apparently Nowadays says we have to drop Coolio in the track, and I'm like, I don't know. And we got J. Cole. People are saying
J. Cole. We're
Cole.
forgetting about J. Cole right now.
J.
yeah.
Cole. He's somewhere in between both of those.
No.
too.
J. Cole is a mainstream artist that has not made it mainstream yet. Like, think about that for a second.
Wow.
Okay.
J. Cole is a mainstream artist. We all know who he is. Tell me the last J. Cole song that was just dropped. Can't tell me. But but when you hear him and when he spits, you want to listen to what he's saying. It's so relevant. It's so conscious. So good. He's a household name, but he hasn't scratched that surface yet. It's almost like Big Sean. Like Big Sean has
Big
not
Sean's
scratched
another
the
one, like-
surface.
Yeah,
Big
Big
Sean
Sean's
is like
cold.
mini me
I feel
Kanye.
like J. Cole's found his definition of success.
Yeah.
He's at where he desires
I
to
like
be
that.
at.
I like
You know what
that. Yeah.
They all dropped platinum. Kendrick's album just went double platinum. So
Really?
yeah, so
People are buying the units.
people are buying music still. Let's give it up for that.
I wish I had a hand clap button.
But we're gonna play Crazy Amy, and when we get back, that's Crazy Amy by Brian from Foreign Posse.
Thank you for that.
Done, once we're done with that track, we're gonna get into a little interview with Deraj.
Yes.
Woo woo! You listen to the hype.
They call me crazy, you lately. Who lately, they call me crazy. I told them maybe I may be a little hasty, but that won't
told to stop, no play. Y'all just riding off my wave. Y'all just biting off replay. Y'all just need to stop today. If you gon' come my way, then you better switch your lane. Hey. Better get ready, cause Ryan is in the game. Oh, yeah, hey. I set it up so I'll never like be the same. This Puerto Rican putting all of you to shame. You know that we listen, there's no putting on display. They call me crazy, I tell them maybe I may be a little hasty, but that won't faze me. No stages can never change me, no one can cage me. Crazy, like I may be, there's no more fake. They call me crazy, I tell them maybe I may be a little hasty, but that won't faze me. Stages can never change me, no one can cage me. Crazy, like I made me, there's no more fake me. Is all of the violence corrupting my island? Has my family frying? I hope they're okay. Yeah. Haven't spoken in days, yeah. I ain't calling me the way, yeah. Why I never change, yeah. They say that I'll hate this new path that I'm headed. They say I'll regret it. They tell me forget it. I tell them I can't because it's who I am. I know this my whole life, so how can I forget it? Always been me, always been my whole life. Always took it slow, taking my time. Always making sure I killed the rap. Always making sure that was mine. Oh, and I feel like I got one. Oh Lord, bless his soul, cause he know he the right son. Oh Lord, he the right one. God bless with the sauce, more songs in your iPod. Hey. They call me crazy, I tell them maybe I may be a little hasty, but that won't faze me. No stages can never change me, no one can cage me. Crazy, like I may be, there's no more fake. They call me crazy, I tell them maybe I may be a little hasty, but that won't faze me. Stages can never change me, no one can cage me. Crazy, like I made me, there's no more fake me.
Yo, what up, what up? We are back on the hype. Let's give it up for Deraj in the building.
Yep.
Clap sounds.
I want the horns too.
That's awesome, sir.
There we
Give
go.
it up for Deraj.
Let's give it up for Deraj. Studio audience on Facebook Live on your couch.
Hey, I'm glad to be here, man. Thanks for inviting me out.
Bro, I'm glad I ran into you at the Chris Soul concert. So that was actually God's way of bringing us to do this right now. So, but Deraj, how has life been since signing to Reflection Music Group?
It's been amazing. It's been ups and downs. It's been all of that. I mean, it's been, it's life. I don't kind of separate it like whatever. You know what I mean? It's been good though. I've been good. The label's awesome. Like being there has really helped me in tremendous ways. Like not just as an artist, as a person. You know what I mean? Because being under Derek, being under Doc, that's my my manager. They show me so much about, I think, how to really steward, you know what I mean, like the platform we've been given. They've been doing it for a minute, and I've been doing it for a while. But I think when you kind of get to a place where you're exposed to a lot more viewers, you maneuver a little differently. You know what I mean? Your words carry a little bit more weight. So that's been awesome. Like them kind of coaching me, doing artist development and all that. Yeah, man. I mean, it's been awesome. Like the RMG is really a family, dude. Like they're super authentic. Like they're really down to earth. They want to see everybody win. And it was awesome too, just being, because I was able to be kind of behind the scenes before I got approached with the record deal because I was doing. I don't know how much people know about my situation, but before anything, I was a graphic designer for the label, and they found out that I rapped, and that turned into them being interested in signing me. And so it's probably like a year time span or something like that where I was just, kind of a fly on the wall, if you will, just seeing how they handle business, how they treat people. They were bringing me out to different conferences and stuff, and I got to see the reality of who they were, and it was really kind of what you see is what you get. And I was really encouraged by what I was seeing. So it made the transition like super, just super easy. You know what I mean? It was kind of like a no-brainer after a while.
What's your labels like? What's the mission? I mean, I don't think a lot of people know about RMG because it's not necessarily a new brand, but in the grand scheme of everything, it is relatively new in the music industry. So, when Reach first came out, they had a mission. Cross Movement still has a mission. You know what I mean? So, what is the mission of RMG?
And see, it's funny because RMG's kind of been around for a minute because RMG has been here since before Derek signed with Reach. Mm-hmm. And that was always his agenda.
I was going to say it was his pet project, right?
I wouldn't put it as a pet project.
Okay. Wow. How would you put it? Because he didn't release anything on RMG, right?
It was definitely his sole goal before Reach. Okay. You know what I mean? Like he came to Reach at a place where it's like he didn't want to. It's like he didn't want to kind of piggyback so much on. Like he felt confident enough in himself what he had with the label and that he could build a label and not feel like he had to kind of attach himself to a bigger entity to do it. But him and and the label and all that kind of stuff, they saw it probably a good idea to partner with Reach. Derek partnering with Reach for the number of albums that he did, so that he would kind of get. A bit more perspective and insight and education, on what it looks like to run a label on a different level, different than what he was doing at the time. But his goal was always, I want to run a label. Sure. You know what I mean? It was never just something that kind of happened. But as far as the mission for the label, it's always been reflect God, reflect greatness. You know what I mean? It's we're all believers. That's what gets us together to rally around. But we love God, we love Christ, and we love hip hop. You know what I mean? And us being able to share, our perspective, our life's filtered through our music is what we're hoping to do. And we hope people know God through it. You know what I mean? At the same time, definitely. You know what I mean?
Now, go ahead,
yeah,
Chris.
just real quick. We're in Orlando. You were living in Kissimmee. Right. How did any of this happen? Because these people, you know what I mean? It's like I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it's like people are like, oh, Orlando, Mickey Mouse.
No, we got Kim. Got Kim.
Yeah,
but it's funny. There was a time where there was a lot of artists here in our I say in Florida. It was something like because we had Benj out here, like Group One Crew came out of here. Freaking Social Club is out in Miami. We had KB in Tampa, but. There were some other people around here that were doing stuff, but to answer your question as far as how the label found out about me, again it was kind of a fluke because I had a buddy up in Virginia. I used to live in Virginia. I moved down here in 2007. Mm-hmm. I had a buddy up in Virginia who was following Derek Minor. He was pro at the time, and I think he put out a tweet saying they were looking for a graphic designer, and I was I was out of college. I graduated 2009. This was maybe like 2011, 12 or something like that. That tweet came to me. So he tweeted to me. I hit them back with my portfolio. They liked my work. I started doing stuff for like Canon, different people on the label, and that turned into me doing everything visually, for the art. And slowly but surely they found out what I was doing, music wise. I think I may have mentioned it, but I was never that dude to be like, yo. You know what I mean?
You on a mixtape?
You know what I mean?
You got my mixtape.
I was big on my mixtapes.
I still love that artwork that you had on your first. What was that first EP?
Yeah, Honesty of the Heart, bro. Which you can't find nowhere now.
I was going to ask about that. Yeah. Let me ask you more like a more detailed question because a lot of people who listen to the show are aspiring artists themselves. And I don't think a lot of people quite understand how the industry works. And, even me and Chris, we haven't been signed to a major label or anything like that. But what does that process look like for you? And a lot of people think, oh, if I get signed, I made it, and that's like the natural assumption.
Yeah.
But we all kind of know that's not really how that whole thing works. So would you mind maybe sharing with some folks who are maybe thinking this is a passion of theirs that they want to do? What does that process look like for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I always advise people to, kind of like, and we were talking earlier, like, define what success looks like for you, and kind of assess what the reality is of really entering into the music industry. And so, just by nature of where things are, the label function, I think, is different than what it used to be, or how it used to be a few years back. And music always changes. But what's great about being a part of a label, especially in my case, like I was doing stuff independently for the longest, you know what I mean? But one of the most valuable things is just having a team, because we have people who run marketing, who do booking, we have publicists, we have social media. They have resources like for production and songwriters and helping kind of curate conversations to get our music on playlists and placements and all that kind of stuff. So a label is still very vital, but also we've seen other models where if you just got a good team, you can still do it without a quote unquote label. You know what I mean? Yeah. But labels do have a certain presence that as an independent you may not have. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't knock it, but I don't think it's an end all be all at the same time.
Well, I definitely respect. Yeah, definitely respect what y'all are doing. Respect Derek Minor's movement. Respect the music, especially, man. Derek Minor is definitely one of my favorites. And listening to your song just now, watching, man. You about to make my playlist, so I just want to let you know that. I appreciate and respect what you're doing, man.
Thanks, man.
Yo, Deraj, you're on the hype, so we got to give him some bars.
Best lyricist, man. You got him right here.
Let's go, Deraj. Let's get a Sweet 16 from you.
You ready?
Let's drop that.
I'm ready.
Beat.
Yeah.
Let's drop that
I
instrumental.
don't know. Hey, yeah, that's right. Hey, yo, turn me up in the headphones.
Yeah, it was instrumental.
It was?
Yeah, that was it. Since Crescendo he don't like trap, I thought we'd take it back to the 90s for him.
I hate 90s. I love trap though.
Yo. When you step to me, please be cautious. I'm gonna come up. That's not the instrumental.
Got him.
That was a warm up. We were just kidding.
Hold up. Hey, why don't we do this? Do we got the J. Cole instrumental still? J. Cole? You okay with J. Cole?
Yeah. I think so. I want to flex on that track though.
Can we get him a trap one? Something live, man.
I can get it real quick.
You want to get the instrumental?
Yeah, I can play it.
While we're getting the instrumental, let's get back to a quick interview with Deraj.
Yes, sir.
We got about 30 seconds to kill while we do this.
So, again, the transition, I know you also got married too. So balancing marriage and tour life, talk to the viewers, talk to aspiring artists. I mean, you don't got it all figured out, but like, what are your?
This man's wearing a wood watch. He has got things figured out. He's got something figured out.
Shout out to my wife who bought this for me as a Christmas gift. So me and my wife had a really good understanding before we even got married of just what my pursuits were, and just the reality of those pursuits. And so, we just talked about that, and I think this is just good marital advice, period, is just establishing expectations, just from the get-go. And so, there's always an understanding, like, I may be away from, the house for a couple days at a time or a week or whatever, you know what I mean? But we still try to implement intentional things within our relationship so that we're still feeling each other, with the marital needs that, we have just as spouses and stuff like that. Whereas, we always have time, to do our date nights, you know what I mean? Like that, that's something that's crucial for us. Like we spent, our courting time and our engagement time just in prayer with one another and reading together and stuff. So we try to build on a good foundation where, we keep things healthy. But I always tell people, like, music is not more of a priority over my family. You know what I mean? So I always tell my wife, like, if ever you want me to drop this stuff, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not that important. You know what I mean? It's like, at the end of the day, who I'm coming home to, you know, my God-given responsibility as a husband is my household, my family, my wife. You know what I mean? That's always priority.
Shout out to that, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how you balance it, man. That's how we balance it.
I think you just dropped the bars. So no, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Shout out
No
to the
instrumental,
fellas
that
loving
was
on their
it.
wives and kids.
For real.
I'm here for that.
We got time. So let's kick the bars. Let's check the instrumental. Let's kick it. DJ Miguel.
This the instrumental for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Check it. Yeah. When you step to me, please be cautious. I'm on the come up, Cuddy can counter it. Counter culture, the talent is never counted, it's counterfeit. That over the counter flow for the analysts. Handling out the ambient ante, now could you handle it? The puddle got deep and they couldn't stand in it. Deeper than the Atlantic, you better be Instagramming it. My stamina transient, the alias Anakin, the alien paleo, becoming a handyman. Got mana for many men and they many sins. I'm putting these mini-me's in a minivan. It's sentiments, I be sitting them. That just mean I got something sweet for the internet. Hey, my intellect, it been on the intersect. I ain't got no energy, just a lot of energy. G-O-D, hold it down. Hey, P-O-P, got the game locked down. Hey, D-O-C, that's word to my best friend. This ring on my left hand, coming in on both sides. The crew's ambidextrous, Didi and Dexter taught me how to flex this. Cause I be in the lab with Jesus piece off the necklace.
Yes.
Talking to Alexa, cause Siri couldn't hear me, is you serious? FM, on the radio, on the satellite, texting with the good news, cause they snooze on the message like they ain't got reception. Hey, why this guy talk or this guy talk? And he is young Anakin, yeah, he skywalk. Ain't the kid always in the crib with the lights off, blacked out, fresh in the zone with the lights off. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room?
That was a little more than 6 feet. I love it.
Boom!
Dude's head in the lab like Diddy and Dexter. I love it.
We live in the studio.
That's
This
for
is
all
the
my
hype,
millennials.
y'all.
That's for all my millennials out there.
Bro.
Millennial bars.
Millennial bars for real. Yo, man, Deraj, thank you for coming out. Thank you so much again for spending time with us here.
Nah, man, thanks for having me, bro.
But before we end the show, I just want to give a shout out to all the people tuned in right now on Facebook. Thank you guys again for tuning in. RadioUNT.net on the app or whether you're on the website. Of course, Ozone Effect. You know, we keep you up to date with all that's going on around town. I know Deraj was like, yo, is there anything even going on in Orlando
Oh, there's
anymore?
plenty, man. There's always something here.
And man, do we have a crazy weekend, bro. Tomorrow there's a B-Boy Jam over in Kissimmee. There's at least, looks like about, shout out to Lito and Nate Knox. Man, we got some crews doing some shows. There's some hip-hop over at Back Booth, some more hip-hop at the Sandwich Bar, as well as there's a hip-hop karaoke championship. Bro, that's...
Never heard of that in my life. What is that?
It's literally... what's cool about that one, that one's going to be downtown. It's going to be hosted by Viva LaCoy. She's a special guest. And they're doing basically throwback jams. You do your karaoke with your throwback jam, so that's pretty dope.
That's cool.
Of course, there's even more things going on around town. Loud Gallery is having an open mic on Monday as well. Orange's Media does his New Piece Mondays, and I know YB is bringing his tour to Apopka Hoops Church next week. But, of course, we're always going to keep you guys in the loop. Make sure you guys like the Ozone Effect page to stay up to date with Orlando's events. Before we head out, I do want to play Nala Deus' latest track, Olga, dedicated to his mom. It's a dope boom bap track. I had to throw my boom bap in for the show. You're listening to The Hype.
How can I complain about my current situation when I remember you walking without a car to get places and neglect to eat a meal so we can eat? No hesitation, taught me patience. Like if God don't respond, just keep waiting. He'll provide in due time. Just stay diligent when praying. It's so easy to get caught up out here without Satan. Mom, I still don't understand how you did it. Even when Pops got locked up, you stayed committed and always told me that he'd be home after each visit. Made sure we knew that God is real and he is risen. Didn't hesitate to spank us with integrity. You raised us even when I had a hard time focusing in school. You stay up late nights to make sure homework was through. The first person I tried and recite my lyrics to. Even though you didn't like rap, you still listen to. I never seen an obstacle in life that hindered you. Only love grants access. The definition of compassion. Even when you don't hear it, just know you're the reason for these lyrics. Only love grants access. The definition of compassion. Even when you don't hear it, just know you're the reason for these lyrics. Remember, we lived on Chestnut Street, my birthday came. I was excited to see my gift and a birthday cake. I remember this look of disappointment on your face when you broke to me the news of no presents today. So you made me a tall glass of chocolate milk and told me, son, I couldn't get your gift. Your voice had guilt. Wasn't until some years later that I know how that feels when you don't have funds for birthdays cause it all went to bills. It taught me to be humble. I want you to know that I love you. You did your best to protect us from seeing it as a struggle. And now how I apply it to my children, I'll supply it. So mom, I thought I'd use the rest of this verse to tell you how much you mean to me. I value your worth. You encourage me to dream big. You show me what a queen is. I love you, mother of mine. I hope you love this rhyme. I love you, mother of mine. Until next time. Only love grants access. The definition of compassion. Even when you don't hear it, just know you're the reason for these lyrics. Only love grants access. The definition of compassion. Even when you don't hear it, just know you're the reason for these lyrics. Father.
What up? It's your boy Crescendo. You know, we're trying to keep it positive in the studio like Magic Johnson and Usher.
Why would you say that?
You know, we staying positive here. Nah, we got Samwise coming in the studio in the background, so if you see him, don't be alarmed. He's getting ready for Locura tonight. Yeah, Deraj, it's been great having you on the show.
Appreciate your time.
It's been my pleasure, man. I hope I get a chance to come back. Y'all fun.
Bro, definitely.
Yeah, when you make it big, you need to promise us that you're going to come back here and do a show with us just once
Like,
so we can argue with you about Lecrae and Derek Minor.
Yes, of course. We had to throw it in.
Nah, I give y'all my word, man. I'll be back, dude.
Yo, I know you're going on a tour, right?
Yeah, man. We got some stuff coming up on fourth quarter this year. So yeah, be looking out for that. Follow me at justderaj.com. All my shows are there. All my social media stuff is at justderaj. It's JUSTDERAJ. Also, something cool that I just set up. If you go to my Instagram bio, there's a number there. If you text it, it comes directly to me, so we can start a little conversation. I set that up for all the people who really rocking with me, all my followers who just want to, you know, a bit more of a conversation with me. I reply to everybody. I hit you up. So yeah, man, the hype. I love y'all, man. I appreciate it. This was fun.
Yeah, man. Thank you again for coming on. Again, if you guys got an itch or a scratch, it might be Deraj.
Why are you going?
I'm done with you, man.
I'm done. All right, I'm done. I think it's over. It's over my limit.
No more, man.
I had to throw that last corny one in. But we had to do the "Oh no, they didn't" throwback of the day, and it's "Forgive Me" by Group One Crew. You're listening to The Hype. Thank you guys for tuning in on RadioUNT.net.
Good night.
Father, I'm going through some heavy things. It seems like this world ain't getting any better. The more we try to get closer to you, the farther we run from your throne.
I spent so many nights wondering when will it end? When will the day come when happiness begins? I'm running the race, but it seems so hard to win. I'm sick of wanting, my stomach is throwing up in the morning. I'm calling for help and watching it months away. My heart's been put on display and put away in many ways. Many times I told myself it was okay, and anger was the price that was paid. While these faded dreams just screamed to bring them home, the burden was too heavy, I kept running from the throne. I can't take it any longer, I can taste my spirit hunger. God, please help me get home.
Lord, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'm not scared, 'cause you're holding me. Fear that I don't have enough time left to tell the world that there's no time left.
Lord, please.
Lord, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'm not scared, 'cause you're holding my breath. I only fear that I don't have enough time left to tell the world that there's no time left.
I come to terms that I'm burning both sides of the rope, and I'm hoping that self-control would kick in before I'm choking off the sin to be destroying every fiber I got. I need the Lord in every way, I'll never make it, I'm not going back to the way I was before Christ in my life. I couldn't do it, I would lose it, there's no point to the fight. And I'm writing this song for the people who don't belong. I pray away the pain you feel from all the things that went wrong. Inside of life is filled with anger and disappointment, 'cause